The year was 2020. I was in my final year of high school, year 12, as you call it here in Australia. And every single morning, I can just like brutally remember how stressed, how anxious, how nervous I was every single morning to just like walk into the school grounds. Every single morning, I'd wake up, get out of bed, have my shitty morning routine, eat some like processed breakfast, and I'd always dread the fact that I have to go to school, that I'd have to see my mates, even though, like, yeah, I'm close with my mates. Like, I had some pretty good friendships. I'd still dread it. I'd still get nervous. I'd still have these, like, negative, like, constant negative thoughts about me, the way I feel, and just how I look. And I dread walking into school because I remember, like, every single morning when I go, my mum would drop me off, blah, 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 walk into the school grounds, and I'd always see, like, my big group of mates in, like, a circle. And I'd always dread having to like go walk in there and like shake everyone's hands and shit because I just like lacked confidence. I felt awkward. I'd overanalyze every single like possible bad scenario that could have happened. Did something bad like ever happen? Yeah, maybe sometimes, but not as much as I constantly thought it would. I was stressing if I was to have like a messed up handshake with one of my friends, like one of those. My brain would always just overanalyze and like my confidence was at an all-time low. I'd always struggle with confidence. And I honestly thought it was something that I couldn't change. I was just born with having low confidence. I didn't really understand or have the education that the more you become a man of your word, the more stuff you do, confidence just kind of increases as like a byproduct. I didn't really understand that, and I wish I could tell my younger self, like, Adrian, do this, don't do this instead. Do this, Adrian. Stop fapping. Stop eating junk food. Stop playing video games till 2, 3, 4 a.m. Stop walking into the school grounds with your head down, going to the canteen and getting a Dare Iced coffee because that's making you feel like shit. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Adrian and I post like a bunch of self-improvement content on this channel, so feel free to click the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos on like your homepage. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the main like 5 key hacks which helped me develop like unshakable confidence. Step number 1 is you want to be having a hard workout on most days. I understand, yeah, you need rest days because that's when you grow, but you want to make sure you're never skipping out on this like hard workout. Whether it be bodybuilding, calisthenics, sport, I honestly couldn't care, hybrid athlete, whatever. You have to make it a priority to have a hard workout as like often as you can because when you do, it gives you those like feel good hormones like, oh, I just kind of pushed through something that's hard. It almost feels like you start to become Superman. You challenge yourself. You did something which was, yeah, maybe a little bit hard, but you pushed through and you did it anyway. Internally, what do you think that's going to like kind of do to your self-image, your thoughts, your beliefs, your confidence? It's going to start to make you feel like you can accomplish anything. Because younger Adrian, before he started working out consistently, how would I spend majority of my time? All in like instant pleasurable activities like video games, fapping, junk food, drinking alcohol with my friends at like these cringy 16th birthdays, getting smashed. And I'd constantly ask myself, why do I have low confidence? I was just born like this, can't do anything. And it's like, no, I wasn't really earning that confidence. Confidence is something you can earn and increase, like a video game. It's like a trait. And when I turned 17, 18, when I started like going to the gym like pretty consistently, I started 16, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that was like a learning year. I was like super inconsistent. The first like most important step you have to follow if you're like a level 1 noob, like let's be real, you're watching this type of video, you probably have low confidence. So you have to follow these steps in order. I hope you didn't just skip to like step 5. The first most important step to like develop this unshakable confidence is you have to start being consistent with like having hard workouts because it's uncomfortable. And how do you become more confident? Well, you have to realize that discomfort equals growth. The more you can chuck yourself in something that's challenging, something that's difficult, something that requires just like a little bit of discipline, confidence just kind of increases as like a byproduct, right? Like, I sound stupid saying this, but like ask yourself, how do you feel after a leg day? It sucked. It was hell. But afterwards, you feel like Superman. Afterwards, you feel like you can maybe go cold approach that girl because you just pushed through something which was like extremely, extremely difficult. And this doesn't get spoken about enough. You see all these videos saying, oh, say this for more confidence. Follow this. But like, let's just keep it back to like fundamentals and basics. What really helped me, like the first most initial step you have to take is you have to challenge yourself. You have to have a hard workout. You have to do something that's hard. Get a like crazy sweat, heart's pumping, body shaking. Do something that's hard, whether it be a workout, whether it be maybe posting a video or like content, because that, as my previous video, I said that kind of like gets you accelerated and that gives you like a testosterone boost. And I guess my best like bit of advice in terms of like doing a hard workout is most people that don't and sook and complain why they have low confidence, you have to realize that don't expect to be something you're not if you're not doing the work. I would always think I was that Chad, that high confident guy, but I wouldn't do the work. And yeah, externally, no one knows if you skipped your gym session, if you skipped that hard workout. But internally, deep down, you know that this random Wednesday night you didn't go to the gym and you played video games instead. And you're not building a good relationship with yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're not being a man of your word. And when you start to become less of a man of your word, what happens? Confidence, down, down, down. Nervousness, up, up, up. Anxiety, up, up, up. Overthinking, up, up, up. So, step number 1, do the hard workout. Don't skip it, please. You have to do something that's hard because discomfort equals growth. Step number 2 is you have to increase your testosterone levels as much as humanly possible. Let's be brutally honest right now. You're probably pretty low test. Like, okay, you probably haven't checked your test levels ever before. I haven't really, but like, let's be real. You're probably a low test guy. And if I'm speaking to younger Adrian, yeah, he was like low test as fuck. Younger Adrian had like the worst skin, had like the worst muscle building ability because my testosterone levels were low. And when you hear the word testosterone, you might be a little bit uneducated about it. Like you're probably thinking, oh, the only way to increase testosterone is from gear, enhancements, this, that. That's what I used to think. No, there are like hundreds of like natural ways to increase your testosterone and become the best version of yourself. It's like, why is testosterone important? Okay, let's compare two guys. The guy's got high test and the guy's got low test. Who's going to take more risks? Who's going to do more like scary, daunting tasks more often, like cold approaching a girl, like recording a video, having a cold shower, like doing like accelerating harder stuff more often? Probably the guy with like higher test. And what did I just say before? With doing hard workouts, that increases your confidence. Okay, the guy who has higher test is doing harder stuff more often. He's probably going to have like a 10x difference in confidence compared to the guy who has low test. Because the guy who has low test, he's like self-image and mindset, first of all, is like all out of whack. He's never challenging himself. He's never putting himself in like uncomfortable situations, like rarely. So you have to try your best to increase your testosterone as much as humanly possible. And like, how do you do this? How do you increase it? Well, you can follow like the 80-20 rule. 80% of just becoming the best version of yourself or increasing your testosterone literally just comes from a clean diet, getting your 8 hours sleep, stop coping and saying you're more productive because you get 6 or 5 hours sleep. The more disciplined thing for you to do would be to get 8 hours. Stop saying you're better than your friends because you get less sleep. You need to get 8 hours. Third, you have to have a hard workout. That gives you a testosterone boost, gets your body moving, physical activity, important. And actually, I guess the fourth thing is, yeah, you have to get sunlight, sun exposure, vitamin D, because if you're inside all day, you got pale, crusty skin, you're never giving your body like any sunlight or daylight if it's cloudy where you are. Like right now, I'm here in Melbourne and it's pretty shit weather. We're in the middle of winter right now. It's cloudy outside. You have to get sunlight because vitamin D3 is like essential for like fixing up your hormones, giving you a good tan, just increasing your confidence overall and like testosterone levels. So that's 80% of it. And then like the 20% stuff, if you really want to like dig deeper down the rabbit hole, stuff like stop drinking out of plastics, like plastic water bottles because they have estrogen. Grounding's good for you, like walking barefoot in nature, not putting your phone in your pocket, etc. But you don't have to focus too much on that like 1% stuff. Focus on the basics and you'll realize that over time, like if you can do the core fundamentals for like 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, your testosterone will slowly be increasing. And have the mindset that like everything is in your control. You can actually improve your testosterone. Think of it as like a score in a video game. You make the decisions you want. You decide if you want to eat healthy. You decide if you're going to go to the gym. You decide if you're going to get sunlight. You decide if you're going to sleep 8 hours. You actually decide. So this should be motivating. This should bring a smile to your face for you to realize that, damn, right now, if I'm being like truly authentic with myself, I am actually kind of being kind of slack. I don't remember the last time I got sunlight. I don't remember the last time I ate healthy. Maybe that's why I have low confidence. Because I look back at younger Adrian, and if he followed all of this advice, I look back now, like my present self, I'm looking at younger me, I'm like, damn, what if I was to eat healthy? What if I wasn't to play video games till 3, 4 a.m. every night? How much more confident would I have been? I may have actually approached and talked to my crush in high school and stopped being a pussy. So, this is in your control, and that's motivating because when I was in high school, I always thought everything was out of my control. I always thought, oh, I had shit genetics. I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh, I was unlucky. I used to have that like scarcity mindset. Have the abundant mind. I can do this. I can increase my tests. I'm capable of doing anything. I can record a video. I can become confident. That's the mindset you've got to have. Step number 3, being around masculine friends is essential for like giving you like the confidence you need. If you're hanging around guys who are like low test, you kind of become that, or you probably even are that. Like you've heard this saying a million times, you're a sum of the 5 people you hang out with. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Quite frankly, yeah, it's the harsh truth. If you hang out with 5 video gamers, you yourself are probably like a shit posture, head hunched forward, low test, crusty skin video gamer as well. Whereas if you hang out with 5 masculine guys, 5 guys who are all about setting and accomplishing goals, 5 guys who are all about discipline, being productive, smashing and making real progress, even if you're still a bit of a low level 1, low test noob, sooner rather than later, you're going to become one of them because you're learning off them every day. They provide value to your life instead of stealing value off of you. They only help benefit you to accomplish your goals in like the long term. Plus, being around masculine guys when you're at like a social event, girls find that more attractive. They see you and you're like, oh damn, he's with all those guys. I want to join. I want to jump in because he's doing this, he's doing that. And when you're just around masculine guys in general, when you're with like masculine friends in like a group, you just feel so much more confident. It's hard to explain, but like you'll know yourself when you start to hang out more with like people you relate with like even more. You just feel good. Because one, you're not overthinking. You're not worried if these people talk shit about you. Even if they do, you know it's just banter and it's nothing serious. You relate with them so much more. You're having like the best like intellectual, precise and concise conversations with them. So it's almost like a no-brainer. This is like the quickest confidence boost, just hanging around guys you relate with. Masculine guys. I would always think I need to be like some sort of Sigma when like this Patrick Bateman cringe shit was trending like 2 years ago. I'd always think I need to hang out by myself. And I grow fastest when I'm by myself, when I'm in monk mode and not speaking to anyone, when I'm isolating myself. I can make more gym gains, I can go to sleep on time, which, yeah, may be kind of true. I'm not being social. But social skills are everything for your confidence. And by saying to yourself, I'm going to be a Sigma and ignore the whole social part of self-improvement, what makes you think after this monk mode, you're going to be better with your social skills? Yeah, you may have made some extra gains in the gym. Yeah, you may have made some like extra gains in your business, but you haven't been social for like 3 months. Bit of a loser. And that is just going to negatively impact your confidence. Because I went through this. 2021, 2022, even a bit of 2023, when I first like started my self-improvement journey, I thought the smart thing for me to do would be to not talk to anyone, cut off everyone, and just stay in my room and just go gym, work, sleep. That's it. Yeah, I made some progress, but socially, I became a bit of a loser. Step number 4, practice mindfulness. Younger Adrian would constantly, as I said at the start of the video, walk into school and get all these crazy negative thoughts like shit. I lacked being present. I was so unaware. I had no self-consciousness. Part of that is, yeah, because I was low test, my diet was fucked. I was indulging in all these bad habits. But if you can start to practice mindfulness and become more self-aware, become more present, you're probably going to stress less. Like, yeah, simple math. You become more present, feelings of anxiety decrease. But how do you do this? How do you start to become that like present masculine version of yourself? What really helped me, which is something I used to struggle with and used to always cope and say, oh, I'll do it another time, was meditation. If you can just get into the habit of meditating literally only 3 minutes a day, start small, 3 minutes a day, what do you think is going to happen with your internal thoughts and self-image? You're actually like trying to relax and focus and use your brain when you meditate. You're just present. When was the last time you said to yourself, I'm going to sit in a room and do nothing? Probably since you were like 5 years old. Because I know for me, the old me, I couldn't do nothing ever. I'd always have to be stimulated. If I had free time, all right, scroll, scroll, scroll. That's what I do in my free time. There was never no period of the day where I just think and be with my own thoughts. I hated who I was, so why would I want to be with my own thoughts? I can just scroll, see what everyone else is doing, see everyone's like Instagram stories and shit. You want to practice mindfulness. You want to start to have your brain on your side, because when you can start to get in the habit of meditating 5-10 minutes every single day, your gap of intellect will start to increase and your monkey mind will start to decrease. Your gap of intellect is pretty much your brain where you make the right decisions more often. Because we all know what's right and wrong. We know eating junk food doesn't help us build the body we want. We know not being social isn't good for our social skills. We know overthinking in group settings is doing us no good, but we still overthink. We know we have low confidence and we know how to get high confidence, but we still don't do it. We have to increase our presence. We have to increase our gap of intellect and kill our monkey mind. Our monkey mind is the mind where we just do what's bad, like even though we know what's good. Whereas when we increase our gap of intellect, we become more self-aware, become more present. Now we're almost like the type of guy who says, I'm not going to eat that junk food because I'm trying to improve my physique. Oh, Adrian told me this about confidence. Okay, I'm actually going to take action and start to believe that. Mindfulness is everything, and it's something that doesn't really get spoken about enough. The more present you can ultimately become, the more confident you're going to become. Right now, you're probably lacking self-awareness, and I don't blame you. I was that guy. I used to walk to school, my brain being on autopilot, and would just have all these negative thoughts. My self-image was like deteriorated. Start meditating. Start doing what's hard. Start being around masculine friends. You're actually going to develop unshakable confidence. Number 5, building momentum. All of these steps are valuable, but the most important thing is building momentum. Because let's be real, you're at like the 20-minute mark of this video, your confidence is probably like super high, right? Your motivation level's like, shit, I know what to do now. I'm going to do this, this, this. But then you get off the video, 2 hours go by, and you're back in your same habits. You forget everything I said, and you're stuck in this time loop of consuming content, and never taking action. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Most likely, you're on level 1. Like, yeah, sorry, but you're on level 1. And that's fine, because I was on level 1. Fuck, maybe I'm still only on level 2, but I made progress. Stop comparing yourself. Stop seeing these other people who may be better at you or this or that. Because that's making you never take action. That's making you jealous. That's making you feel like shit. That's actually negatively impacting your confidence. Start saying to yourself, it's me versus me. I just need to take action and work off of that and build momentum. Start to create like a bigger and bigger snowball, because when I do, the rewards will come sooner or later. I'll actually start to experience higher confidence. I'll actually start to experience less nervousness. We all start somewhere, and that's okay, because I used to be that skinny, insecure guy, and now I've actually got a little bit of muscle and I've become a little bit more confident. That's progress, and you can make progress as well. You have to believe that, because you can listen to what I say, but if internally you don't believe it, you don't take action on it, I'm sorry, but nothing's going to change, man. Not much will change. Like, yeah, you may have got the education now, which is good. You've been educated. Maybe you weren't educated before. Being educated is good and all, but if you never take action on the essential steps, nothing will ever change. You're running your own race. You're on day 1. And your actionable step for today's video is, I want you to take a cold shower. This will be like a key moment on your self-improvement journey. This will like make it feel like, okay, I'm like now officially on it. Do something that's hard. Actionable step, have a cold shower right now. I don't care if it's 12 a.m. I don't care how late or early it is, if whatever the time is that you're watching this. Have a cold shower, because I remember when I had a cold shower, that I still remember my first cold shower. That was like a moment in time where like, shit, I'm officially on it now. There's no excuses. What do you think I felt like after this cold shower? Testosterone high, emotions high, happy, pumped, excited, thrilled. What's the next thing, I asked myself? After I did something that was hard, I asked myself, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Let's keep pushing. And now I'm in the position I am in today, sitting in this chair talking to you. I wouldn't be here if I didn't do the work, if I didn't build momentum, if I didn't challenge myself, if I didn't practice mindfulness, if I didn't hang around like other masculine guys. This is the 5-step protocol to develop unshakable confidence, and I hope it can motivate and inspire you to take action. Quick plug for those of you who are interested, I'm currently doing a one-on-one coaching course. It'll be like the first link in the description. Other than that, leave a comment about your self-improvement journey in the comments down below, about like any area you're maybe struggling with or any like advice you can give to me. Leave it down below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.